B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Yeah.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5-er, car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Trento. Yo, Trento.
Trento. Hey,
buddy.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man. But you still got a show to do before you really get into it.
When are we starting the show?
About 30 seconds ago.
No, seriously.
45 seconds
45
ago.
seconds ago.
We're going to start soon? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
New Year.
Let's do that song.
Man, you smell like a brewery.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N,
Israel wine, man. No, really, when are we going to start?
About a minute and 10 seconds
Gotta
ago.
get rid of these things. I need a cup of coffee or something.
You got it, boss.
Car key and a sober driver.
Woo!
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
You are started early, my man.
When are we starting, really?
Yeah.
Minute and a half ago.
Minute and a half ago. Actually, minute.
Hello, everybody. Tom Trento here. Do not drive and do a show at the same time, okay? Whatever you do, don't drive and text. And text and do a show. Because we want you back for the next year.
That's right, we
What
do.
is the next year?
2015,
2015,
T.
Tom.
2015.
Now, should I tell everybody I do not drink alcohol?
Why would you tell
Why
them
would you
that?
tell them that, Tom?
But that was the opening music for the New Year's show.
Yeah. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Oh, is that what that is?
Oh, you changing it up?
Can you guess this?
Oh, he's trying to surprise me. Acquaintance be forgot and then...
6 million hits on this thing.
Really? Not as good as beer run, though.
No, it's not. And the old, what's an old Ang sign? You know, that's
Old Lang Syne.
old Ang, isn't it? Well, this has the lyrics. Old Lang Syne. AULDLANGSYNE. Oh, I know. People driving in their cars are going, I know. Okay, enough of that.
It's a Scottish poem, isn't it?
Old Ang Syne, producer, research division. You 5 guys over here. Can one of you look it up? And
Tom is not only drunk, but he's seeing quadruples.
hi, everybody. 8 minutes after 4 o'clock. Only less than 8 hours. 7 hours and 43 minutes. 53 minutes. 7 hours and 53 minutes to go. And it is 2015. And what a year 2015 is going to be. In fact, tomorrow on New Year's Day and the next day, January 2nd, we have a special feature, 2-part feature for you. We've acquired a bunch of our controversial newsmakers, got them either in the studio or Skyped them in, and asked them 2 questions. Tell us your resolution for 2015, what you as a human being seek to accomplish with your life in 2015. And then we ask them, what are you going to predict, Mr. Newsmaker, Mr. Controversial Person? What are you going to predict is going to happen in 2015? Right now, the audience is going, has he really been drinking? Or is he? No, I haven't been
No, he hasn't been drinking.
That's our next 2 shows, Thursday and Friday. We want you definitely to tune in, and you'll find something very interesting. All of these newsmakers, when they get interviewed, it's always kind of straight up. They do it straight up. But we have our ways of loosening them up and then getting them to admit, like Dr. Martin Sherman, that he really wants to run on the beach in Tel Aviv with no shoes or socks on and feel the sand between his toes. Okay?
We got to get him to do that.
Yeah, we will when we're there. And we're going there. If you think we have fun here at the United West, you are absolutely correct.
That's right.
We have fun.
Absolutely.
And even in our multi-personalitied variety of individuals, we seem to have fun. Don't we, Imam Abdullah?
Oh, Tom, we always have fun.
Do you
always have fun.
You guys celebrate the New Year? Or how do you do it?
That was my question.
Not very much.
No, it's just one
One
depressing
long
year.
jihad.
one long jihad after another. Oh, it's time for a new jihad. It's
Oh, my
2015.
The only time they get really riled up is during Ramadan when you do the Ramadan Bombathon, and then they get really fired up. Then
Our buddy. Hey, our show today, folks, at 11 minutes after 4. We're kicking back. It's New Year's Eve. We seriously do not want you drinking and driving. Our little opening bit was making fun of people that drink too much. But we don't want you doing that at all. It's very, very dangerous, and people die. And sadly, people are going to die this New Year's, and we don't want anybody out there that's listening to us or watching to be among those counted. So do not drink and drive. Very, very important. We've had some bad experiences.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
There you go.
And we're going to kick back today. We're going to go through, take you down memory lane, our past year, which pretty amazing year.
No, it's pretty crazy,
to say
actually.
the least. But gonna kind of relax and maybe even have a couple of call-ins. How about that?
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
So set up the call-ins. You guys make believe you're somebody calling in.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
In fact, I think we have a caller on the line.
Yes, hello, Tom.
Yes, who is it?
This is Sheldon Schwartzberg, Tom.
Sheldon.
How are you?
How are you, sir? This is our New Year's Eve show. Good to have you on the show, Sheldon. I can't keep you on too long, but what is your question?
My question for you, Tom, is Israel going to survive the absolute anti-Semitism and attacks from
Sheldon,
Arabs
come on,
and
Sheldon.
the left?
Come on.
Sheldon,
come on.
we do this stuff all day.
All time.
364 days a year, we're fighting jihadis and fighting Obama, fighting left. Ask me a fun question. I mean, you must have some fun in your life.
Fun is what I used to have when I was younger, Tom. I'm getting older.
All right, well, let's do this. We love old people, but you are off the show. Out of here. Hang up on a mark, please. Okay. We would never do that to anybody. I think I hear another call coming in.
Bling.
I think on this side of the earth. I
Yeah,
hear
is
a
this
call.
Trento?
Yes, it is. This is Tom Trento on New Year's Day. We're looking for happy callers to share something happy and upbeat or ask me a happy and upbeat question.
Oh, then this is the wrong damn caller.
Call me on the 2nd, okay? Actually on the 3rd or 4th or whatever the first Monday is of next week. Because today we're going down memory lane. And for those of you who have been following the show, we do edutainment here. Edutainment. Yeah. We educate and entertain, edutainment. There ain't no edu in today's show, okay? It's just tainment.
Yep.
We're just chilling out here, and we want you to enjoy the time with us. But if there was a big idea, I don't even need this thing. If there was a big idea, it's...
Here, I got it right here.
You do. What do you have?
B-double-E-double-R-U-N,
Beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Right about this time
All
last
you
year.
need is a 10 and a 5 car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N.
That's a good
Beer
point.
run.
That's a good point. And if truth be told, in high school, when you weren't allowed to drink, but still some people do drink in high school, you know what I was?
You were the designated driver.
I was the self-appointed designated driver. Nobody even get near me. I'm not drinking anything. I'll drive you around. I don't like people driving me sober. And even back then, absolutely never anybody drinking, even from the high school days. So if you are going to drink, please have a designated driver. We got to say that 100 times this show. Do you remember what was going on December 31st? That's what today is, 15 minutes after. December 31st, 2014. Remember what was happening December 31st, 2013?
I do.
I do.
Tell the
I
good
think we were
folks.
shutting down, weren't we? Yeah, we were closing up shop.
It was a sad day. Just a year ago today, we had to go off the air. And we had been on the air. Remember when we started on the radio?
Yeah, it's like almost 2 years, wasn't it?
We started in September 1st, 2012. We had 3 hours. Those of you who have been following the show, we had 3 hours. We were doing it in the studio in Boca Raton.
All right.
And we were taking calls, doing all of that. And remember, you guys, those of you who smoke, would every hour during the break
Run out.
We had a 7-minute break, run downstairs, 5 floors, go down, you'd smoke a cigarette.
We had it timed right, though.
Yeah,
we were
we'd come
spot
right
on.
in. We had that's where Damon came in and got involved.
Yeah, I have a better appreciation for all the people who do 3-hour shows. You know, it's not easy.
It's a lot of work.
It really is.
You need to be able to extend your in some of these shows your area gozy line, your bull line for 3 hours. Some of these talk show hosts, not us, we deliver meat
That's
and
right.
potatoes. We started 3 hours in September 2012, 3-month contract, September, October, November, to impact educationally the election and defeat President Obama. Failed
Right.
miserably on defeating Obama,
Right.
but how did we do on impacting the election?
Actually, we had
Educationally.
32,981 votes. We had a net effect with not only just us, but with all the groups around there. We all got motivated and activated together, and we had a net vote shift of 32,981 votes, which was the #1 vote shift in all of America. More doubling the nearest
All the counties.
All the
We
counties.
compared it to counties.
Right.
That's wonderful.
And either in Palm Beach County, less people, Democrats and independents, or Republicans.
We suppressed and increased the vote.
Yeah, less people on the bad side of the equation voted for Obama, and more people on the good side voted. And we owned part of that.
Right.
There were other groups involved, but
No, there's quite a few groups, but it was more of just coalescing around a message, and I think we all got together and coalesced around that message, and which was, you know,
remember our tagline? Our tagline back then, and we're saying this because it is only 677 days until the next election. 677 days from today, we will be voting for a new president. Who is that going to be? I don't know. Jeb Bush?
Well, Jeb
I
is
hope
in the
not.
lead
I
with the
hope not.
Republicans.
No way.
God,
Yes.
God help
He's
us.
actually, it's not even close. I mean, the Democrats, the left-wing mainstream, exactly.
Hold on.
The left-wing mainstream media is basically
B-double-E-double-R-U-N,
You're kidding.
is sabotaging the Republican primaries already.
All you
With-
need is a
by-
10
by
and a 5,
promoting
a car key
the
and a
Chris
sober
Christies
driver.
and the Jeb
B-double-E-double-R-U-N,
Well, you know what? We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do to repair that.
God.
And, there's talk of a third party, folks, at 19 minutes after. We don't believe a third party is a wise thing to do right now by any means. If the Republican Party, and I am a pretty lifelong Republican, in college, everybody's a Democrat in college, but I fell down and hit my head.
Not me.
And I came out and there was clarity. Proud Republican of the principles of the Republican principles, free market,
The platform's
lower
great.
government, all of that.
Just follow it, guys.
Yeah, if this continues to move in this direction, then after we're going to get our butts kicked in 2016. If we run Democrat light against Democrats, who do you think's going to win that?
The Democrats.
Well, that's
Well,
what.
that's why they're picking the Democrat lights out of the Republican Party.
Hey, guys, when you have Democrats from MSNBC saying, "Oh yeah, Jeb Bush is a great pick," think
What is
about
that
that.
all about?
Think
Yeah.
think about that.
All right, so at the end of the year, don't vote for or support Jeb Bush. A nice guy, nice governor. We liked him. We loved him, all of that. Ain't the right moment in history for Jeb Bush in particular. who's
Or
wrong-
Chris Christie,
Actually,
who's number 2.
Chris Christie,
I mean, why don't we just?
I'm a Jersey boy. He's half Sicilian. He's got a couple of good things going for him. He's the last person in the world that I would want to vote for. He's totally wrong on the very important.
All right,
He's a
let's go-
jihadi.
Let's
He
go
really
third
is.
down the
He's a
list. Who's
enabler.
third down the list?
No, it's too depressing. You're going to make me really drink. I want to talk happy talk today.
Okay.
And the happy talk, reminiscing, and we're taking a walk down memory lane. Isn't there memory lane music? Like, there's got to be some memory lane music.
You're dating yourself, Trento. You're dating yourself.
Do we have some
A
memory
walk
lane
down
music?
memory lane. We did the show for 3 months, and it was so successful because our tagline was to activate the activists.
Oh, hold on.
And what we did was we would bring in the key activists like Jack Gillis, Danita Kilcullen, John Stemberger, Scott Spages, these Florida people, particularly South Florida people, who were out there every day banging around, doing the walking precincts, phone calling, doing the GOTV, get out the vote, hard work. And we brought them on the show, and then we tried to mobilize groups of people to assist them, volunteers to work them. And in that way, we enabled the activist organizers to have an army of people. This is just good old-fashioned grassroots organizing. We did it through using a big stick and antenna and sending out our crazy voices, arguing the issues effectively. We also did a series of 4 live debates against the bad guys, kicked their butts. So that's how we ended 2012. And it was going so well that we signed a contract to be on the radio for all of 2013. And by the grace of God, the donations were sufficient to keep us going through 2013. But a year ago today, the donations dried up, and we exist on your donations. And recently, 1 or 2 of you have...
Well, we have the old show there going there, Tom.
Yeah, recently, 1 or 2 of you have helped us out to get into the next year, 2015, to have a new studio and to sign a contract. So 2015 is looking great. But a year ago right now, we were crying in our beer. No beer runs, many beer runs for us.
Here it was.
And we had to regroup. So after we take a look at this, some of our 2012 or 13 is this? This is 13.
Remember this?
With Dave on there, it's 13. I like that opening. Show that opening.
All right, I will.
That was
Let me
pretty
go
good.
back to the beginning.
Go
on
back
that.
to the beginning on that one. Okay?
That was a pretty cool.
Check
That was-
out this
that was
opening
a
of our
pretty cool
show.
opening back then.
This is the old stuff.
The old stuff. Retro, baby.
Broadcasting to you on WNN 1470 AM and TrentoVision.tv from the world's leading think tank laboratory, buried deep in an undisclosed building in hostile territory where evil and corruption is exposed. You're about to enter the
There's that
Tom
B-52 bomber.
Trento
That was-
Show.
That's like starting World War
I
III.
know we were starting. It was back then.
Tom Trento heads United West, a group that says it defends Western civilization against the onslaught
The
of
cigar
Islam.
pictures. And the best way to
There you
do
go.
that in the West is to unite Western civilization, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Thus,
they're-
that's
they're-
not
they're-
me now.
that-
Can you put that up in the corner? Put that up in the corner.
That's Porky Tom.
Put that up in the corner. Put that up in the corner, and let's.
Let's compare it.
Yeah.
Well, we got to pause it.
I'm
Pause it
gonna
there.
try. I'm gonna try to on our very serious show today at 24 minutes after WSBR Radio.
There he
Happy
is.
New Year, everybody!
Go play it.
Oh yeah, play it. I'm gonna try to follow that guy's animations.
I'm getting dizzy already.
Dizzy already.
And let me tell you, we go a little bit this way, then you mix the spaghetti this way, you put the gravy on it, and then the meatballs come out. Now, once you do that, I want you to put a little Parmigiano cheese on there, a little Chianti. It's got to be from the Tuscany region. I'm doing a cooking
For you people in the listening radio audience, if you did not already know, Tom speaks Italian every day on the show. Only not with his lips, but with his hands.
Porky Tom.
Porky Tom.
Yeah, a few pounds heavier there. What we're doing is I'm mocking myself. I'm live right now, but through the capability of our donor-financed equipment here, we can put me up in the corner as me is right here.
Right.
And
It's like you're your own guest.
Right.
you know they're going. They are drinking at that studio.
I know they are.
We haven't. We really haven't.
Yeah. Should we show them what what it really looks like?
All right. Let's let the magic disappear. We'll show you really what we're looking like here.
Yeah. Here. Let me.
There we go.
There it is, right there.
Oh, it
But-
even
but
gets
that's
worse.
It gets worse than that. So yeah.
Watch. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole show. And look, we'll make it even better.
Pass that bottle of booze, Trento.
Look, I'm in Florida.
I'll put
I
that
got
down,
that.
Tom.
Look, we'll really make it good. There you go. And shorts on. Look, uh-oh, I'm stuck.
No.
I do have wires.
Hey,
on
who's
my
this in the picture with you on this old video?
Oh,
Where's that?
yeah. Who is that? Who is that on the old video?
Who is that?
Who is it? CJ?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, I got to find it.
She's
here.
coming
Yeah, if
here.
Mark could figure out where the
damn buttons are. at
buttons are.
CJ will
There
be
it is.
here. Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what's up, CJ?
Yeah.
You guys miss her, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do
I
miss her.
actually talked to her today.
Yep.
She's doing great. And she is next week, after all the hullabaloo,
Right.
she's bringing us a special lunch.
Oh, she is?
I can't wait. I saw her at Hanukkah a few weeks ago.
Yeah. No, she was on with us just about from the beginning. And then we went off the air, obviously, last December. And she went and is doing a lot of work with her synagogue and volunteering in a bunch of different places. But we will have her back on the show at times. So anyway, bringing us a special lunch from that special Italian sandwich place that you love. So I'm not going to say the name because
We
we
don't
don't want people not
Because
liking
my people would go there and do some very bad things to your food, Trento.
But those food sandwiches may be coming our way, so that'll be good. All right, at 27 minutes on New Year's Eve. We'll do a countdown, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We got 7 hours and 44 minutes. 7 hours and 44 minutes. And
right?
54, 64, no, 7
That's
hours,
not right.
34 minutes. 7 hours and 34 minutes till midnight. What are you guys going to do after the show tonight?
Do you think I'm really going to put that on the air?
Yeah.
I know people finding me in the street.
No drinking and driving. All right, so let's get back to what we're doing.
All right.
We cried in our beer. We felt
Yes, we did.
terrible that we had to go off the air. And that was rough. That was very difficult. Can you recall your feelings?
Can I recall my feelings? Yeah, I thought, all right, oh well, didn't work. Okay, we did what we had to do. It was a good job. I mean, we knew we did a good job, especially with the 32,000 votes, 981 votes. But I felt really good, but I felt like, there's so much more to do, And it's one of those things.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, for whatever reasons, the donations were not sufficient, and we're a nickel and dime operation. I mean, literally, our budget, folks, and this could be an end-of-the-year appeal for those of you who want to help us. Like I said, we're lightening it up a little bit today and enjoying the last day of the year. We do extremely serious work. We travel around the world. We fight the bad guys head-to-head. We go into their places. Very few people do stuff like that. By the grace of God, we come out okay, and then we expose the stories, and we're working to save the West, save Israel, save America, defend the Constitution, fight Obama, all the stuff that every conservative and every sane person with any moral turpitude says needs to be done. We do that. Yet
For pennies on a dollar.
we're unpaid, which we want to change. We'd like to actually get to a point where people can take a small salary. In fact, the salary of many of the very wonderful people that work in this sector, national security sector, exceeds by 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 our budget to run the whole operation for the year. We own everything. We have no debt. We own a lot of television equipment and all the other stuff to make all of this happen. Our debt is simply our operating expenses, and then the travel that's thrown in there. And then I got to admit, the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, that's it.
And the cigars.
The Dunkin' Donuts and the cigars really put us over the top, let me tell you. So if you can help us out at the end of the year, you can actually go online right now if you want that donation to be counted in 2014. Go to theunitedwest.org in the top right-hand corner. It says Donate Securely.
We can honestly say 100% of your donations goes to fighting jihad.
Goes to the
And-
there's no. Actually, the company through which we go, Pyrex, they take a little service fee, like 1% or something.
Oh, 99.9%. I'm sorry.
We want to be truthful here.
Okay.
So you can donate this calendar year for tax purposes if you want to do that. Or donate tomorrow, the
Right
first.
there, in that little button on your screen. Up
There it is, right there. If you're looking
little gold
at
button right there.
it says donate securely. That means that King Jong-un cannot get in the way and divert your check to his account.
I don't think he would have a problem with us.
Why? Because why?
Because we fight some of the same people that he does.
Well, we fight that nitwit too. I mean, but we need to turn our attention.
What
more
else did
toward
we
it.
do last year, Tom?
Well, we came out and I almost forgot.
What?
We got a donation, and I said to myself,
Self.
I'm going to use this donation to seed 2014.
Right.
I'm going to use it to plant some seeds that can be watered to grow into something great. In hindsight, it was a very good decision,
Okay.
and it worked exactly like I planned.
You won the lottery?
You won the lottery?
No, you went to the Bahamas.
Oh, that's right.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That little,
I just remember that.
that little $99.
We got like a
thing.
$500 or $600 donation, and it was a $99.
Some cheapo, real cheapo thing. It was actually pretty fun.
That was the cruise ship
Right.
that hit
That-
something a
that's-
couple months ago. It almost sank.
In January, we went on a 3-day cruise.
Yeah, it was
That's
some-
like you leave 6 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
you go over there, and you come back the next day, get in 6 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 days.
And we're all piled into one room. And then,
4 grown men, or 3 grown men and me, in one room on a
then,
ship.
And then they started needle gunning them above us.
We did. To save money, we were all in one regular room. I mean, it wasn't a big room.
Right.
And that was okay because you do what you got. We travel a lot and we don't.
But like us, we went up and complained about our needle gun room, and they actually upgraded us for
They were
free.
smashing the deck. The deck had some sort of epoxy, like water slipping proof, and they had to break it up because there was a leak. It was like a jackhammer right above our friggin' window, shaking the whole room. Mark goes, I got us in the captain's deck in the front of the boat. We got switched to the front of the boat where the hull is, and the room split in half. Beautiful room with a window looking out front. It's about twice the size of the room we were in. No increase in price.
Right.
So that was good. We went to the Bahamas, and the goal was I gave a homework assignment. Remember the homework assignment?
Yeah, I do. What was it?
The homework assignment to this crack crew was to evaluate 2013. I've always been one in leading any of the teams I've had an opportunity to do a brutal self-examination of strengths and weaknesses because we want to know them. Our goal is to perform at a higher and higher level all the time.
Here was our luxurious cruise. Luxurious cruise.
Is that it?
Palm Beach bound. What's it say?
Palm Beach bound cruise forced to return to Bahamas after hitting unknown object.
Yeah, baby. That's our boat. That was our boat.
This is a tale.
I always try to push our team. No lowbrow stuff for us. I always try to push.
First class all the way. That's
So I gave an assignment to review 2013, find out the strengths, weaknesses, and then make some predictions and changes necessary for 2014, particularly in the way of raising funds. And we take a very theological approach to raising funds. We say, do the damn work, leave the problems with God to get us the money to do it. And that worked quite well actually in 2014. So we went on the cruise, we came back from the cruise, and we had an action plan that we were going to implement. And it started off by saying, all right, we can't be on the commercial radio. We don't have the money for that.
Right.
But we do have this capability of producing phenomenal material and putting it up on internet TV. Let's do an expose on something within the conservative movement that needs to be exposed so that in 2016 we don't get pulled by the center-left rhinos.
Oh, this was the yes.
And so what did we do? You remember?
Yeah. Play from the beginning, Damon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's what we
yeah,
did
yeah.
at the beginning of 2014. An 11-part series entitled
Yeah, it was the Bad Guys, Government Lies, and Muslim Spies. And we did the Wizard of K Street. The love of money is the root of all evil. And it's actually a really good series. It really was.
Hi, I'm Tom Trento, Director
there's
of the
Porky
United
Tom
West.
again.
And I am here at the epicenter of political power in
very
Washington, D.C. In fact, folks, just 4 blocks west of here is where the President of the United States
That
resides.
was
And
actually-
just down the street from him is the United States Capitol,
Good
where
stuff,
Congress
man.
resides.
Snaps
And just a
the
few
beat
blocks
off.
north of them is where all the K Street lobbyists are located. And right here is where the most powerful, unelected man in Washington, D.C. resides. A man who most people never heard of, most Americans never heard of him before. This man is a lobbyist, a rootin', tootin', gun for a hire, money-loving lobbyist. And for many, many dollars, he will convince congressmen and senators and presidents to do whatever the hell you want those guys to do. Our rootin' tootin' lobbyist will keep sweatshops open in the Marianas for Chinese businessmen, for major U.S. corporations. He'll pass legislation in order to swindle Indian casinos all over the United States. This man will do anything for the highest bidder. This lobbyist who ramrods legislation right through with Democrats and Republicans to pass amnesty-type bills for illegal aliens, he will direct millions of dollars to both sides of the aisle just to get people elected who will listen to him. This man who tells the GOP how high to jump and who should be the next president, this lobbyist has so much power that when his college buddy and business partner went down, folks, for bribing
Casino jet.
congressmen and buying influence, our lobbyist avoided federal prosecution. He even avoided suspicion, all the while making Faustian deals with Muslim terrorists. This guy knows no limits because he knows where all the bodies are buried. You see, in a very real sense, our gunslinging lobbyist is the Wizard of K Street. He is the most powerful, unelected man in Washington, D.C. This lobbyist is a man accountable to absolutely
Who
no
is
one.
he?
This
Who
man
is
is
he?
Grover Norquist.
Ah,
And he lives
the
right
suspense.
behind this curtain.
Wow, that was good. Marky, nice editing.
Nice editing.
Yeah, and that's
I just
something
had
else.
an idea.
What?
I had a great idea just now, 38 minutes after, on WSPR, New Year's Eve. Only 7 hours and 23 minutes. Yeah, 7 hours and 23 minutes until midnight. Tom Trento, your host. Enemies of the State is the show. We will be here next year, unlike last year. We're reminiscing, a little trip down memory lane.
Inshallah.
After we had a close up, we went on a cruise, went on an ocean cruise, and went to the Bahamas.
4 grown men in a room.
Oh, we stayed on the boat all the time. Did we stay in a hotel?
No.
We didn't
2
do
nights
that.
in the
Oh.
2 nights in the room. We got off the boat and went
I-
to some beautiful resort for a few hours.
I did take $20 in the Bahamas and funded $140 of that
You
trip.
did. You hit the casino.
I was sick
20
most of the
bucks.
time
Oh, you were sick. Yeah.
because I was in New York at the end of last
Oh.
year, and I was sick for 3 weeks when I got back.
I remember it was really a lot of fun because we went into the club thing at night and they had karaoke. Remember, we're betting on karaoke. We were betting on how bad people would be.
Or
Right?
if they are good, we had our.
That's right.
It's a good or bad. We didn't say good or bad. We were like,
Sucks or doesn't suck.
not to mention that wonderful comedian we saw.
this
That
is a
was
high
so bad.
first class cruise all the way. It was. I just
that was so bad. But Damon's going, I can do a better job. Let me get up there. I want to go up there. No, we brought karaoke. No. Don't. No, you got to stay right there. Don't come in. Don't come in. Back up and close the door.
Back up. Close the door.
We're on the air. No.
No.
You got to back up. Back up. Back up.
No, can't go there, David.
Back up. Close the door.
New Year surprise.
Happy New
Go
Year!
that way. Go that way.
Hey, the start of a New Year. There you go.
What a way to end the new year. Woo! That was close.
And that's kind of apropos in the whole context. Of
Live
things.
shows are a biatch, man. Let me tell you. Is that taken care of?
Anyway.
We have a pet that understands English. We took karaoke to a whole new level because
Yes, we did.
Instead of just listening, going, we'd look at the person.
Before they sang the first note.
Yeah, you had to be before the first note. It was a $5 bet. And as they both walk up, we're going, all right, I got $5 on the girl with the dark hair.
Yeah.
The blonde is going to suck. She's just going to stink, There's no way she could sing. Now, what was our criteria for...
We all had the judge agree. Okay, it was actually a unanimous decision, and
No, what was the criteria for making these very informed decisions?
that's what
on
I'm
their
saying.
singing ability?
We just had to judge with our own musical
Probably
ability.
2 or 3 levels of alcohol with that. Because we weren't
you don't drink.
driving the boat. We weren't driving the boat. So we come out. We then say, let's do a series. We did an 11-part series. We're actually a phenomenal series. Here's the idea I just had.
But
After that series, when we got into the summer and Operation Protective Edge was
we got
launched,
that. Yeah, we started that series.
No, before we get there, Operation Protective Edge, we hooked up with Breitbart to put that on Breitbart.
Yeah.
We didn't put Wizard of K Street on Breitbart.
No.
Why can't we do it? It's still timeless material. I didn't
Well,
see anything
and
David
especially
did.
because it's really apropos with
Immigration.
with the immigration and with Jeb Bush. I mean, especially with Karl Rove and Grover Norquist all behind this thing, and I mean, because the Gang of Eight and Grover Norquist and Marco Rubio. I mean, Grover Norquist was, buddy in the Bush White House.
This may have a whole new. It's still out there playing.
You touched with the being involved with Alamoudi. Rahman Alamoudi, currently serving many years.
23
but
years.
People don't understand. Grover he's not just filthy in terms of Washington. This guy is a jihadist. I would say sympathizer, but he's more. He is a jihadi enabler.
You know what we can do? We can. We'll take a look at it. We'll see if there's material that can be. We did 11 of them, I think it was.
Yeah.
Can be released.
Yeah, I forgot. We should.
We should. That's like a movie comes out, they repackage it and send it out. It's a little bit of a different audience.
We could really. All we have to do is do it in Spanish, and then it is like brand new.
Ta-da! No, we'll re-release that. So that was in January, February, then March, because I think we were well into K Street. March we went. Remember where we went to in March?
Yeah, we went to D.C.
Washington, D.C. to CPAC, Conservative Political Action Conference.
Mr. Sammy.
Yeah. And we had it planned to distribute the Grover book. Now, do we have any footage from
fast forward a little bit.
That adventure where Mr. Sammy Al-Arian. Sammy Al-Arian is a terrorist from University of South Florida in Tampa. And he was defended by a lot of people. And he popped up, Sammy Al-Arian-owitz, popped up as a supporter of Grover at Grover's party, Conservative Political Action Conference.
CPAC, yeah.
CPAC. We went there, and as press, because we are press, I think it's maybe the last time we'll be going in as press.
I think our pictures are going to be up at the entrance this year.
All right.
Don't let these guys in.
Oh, that's another thing we never released what we found at CPAC with what's his name?
Suhail
Suhail
Khan?
Khan. You remember?
Oh, we didn't release that yet. We have that. We have a bunch
I
of
got
stuff.
Grover.
I got 2 weeks of Israel footage we still have to do.
I know. All right.
We need a new studio.
We'll go and play a little of the Sammy. Let's show
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Sammy Al-Arian-owitz. Here we go.
Book from my good friend Grover.
To me. Let me give one to my
Oh,
son.
please, give to son. Hello. Free book? Agent?
Or what?
No, I am not Al Qaeda. I am not Al Qaeda. I know that people say this all the time. Thank you, though. How
He's
are you,
passing out
sir?
this
Free
book.
book.
From Frank
Grover
Gaffney.
Norquist, compliments.
Tell me about that. Yeah.
Did you
Expose,
go?
Huh?
You go?
Oh, dear, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I have free book for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you might have got this book. Oh, very good. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
That was
thank you.
classic. We gotta
enjoyed
wait
this
for
is part
the
of
Jew
Grover.
part too.
Free book, Compliments of Grover Norquist.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, free book, Compliments of Grover. Enjoy, please.
I think it's coming.
Hello, young gentlemen. Free book from the Grover Norquist. He made this party. Oh. Sir, free book from the Grover Norquist. You would like this being the Jew. No? Sir, can I offer you the book? Sure. Thank
the
you,
wolves.
sir. Can I offer you a book,
And then
ma'am?
we had the
Thank you
ditzy
very
little
much.
hotel clerk come up here in a minute.
Free book, sir.
And here she comes.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
My name is Victoria. I'm one of the front office managers.
Yes.
Seeing what you're passing out here because we normally don't do that.
Oh, I only have a few more and then I finish?
No, I don't. I mean, I just said,
Flows right past you.
are you connected to any of associated to groups? We normally don't do that.
I am here for the CPAC.
Okay. Did you talk to any of the group contacts?
Showing
I don't
footage
know.
from our
It said
trip
the
to
book is from
CPAC
Grover. He
Park.
make the party, no? I can
down
just finish.
memory
Just a
lane.
few more and I finish. All right, thank you. Gentlemen, can I offer you a free book? Sure. It is
So
from
what we
Grover.
had
Anyway.
was we had Damon dressed up as Sami Al-Arian Owitz. He was a Jewish Muslim of some sort.
Sometimes that's refused with the Imam Abdullah.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
exactly. And he was passing out a book that Center for Security Policy, a monograph that put together, which was a 60-page expose on Grover's non-conservative, pro-Islamic views that have hurt the Conservative Party generally and the Republican Party specifically, signed by about a dozen of America's top conservative national security experts, including Alan West and Jim Woolsey, former head of the CIA.
yeah.
So we're distributing a very important book here, doing it in a way that may not be
Would make Grover really
following
mad.
CPAC etiquette. Look, hey, we're in a serious battle, and folks like Grover Norquist, who I used to admire in Washington 25 years ago, somehow he went off the rails. We know how and why.
Yeah.
But we would be remiss if we just bow down to him like many of the politicians do that get elected. He helps them get elected. Then they're beholden to him. They fulfill his political agenda, and then he repays them with money from the corporations that he represents. It's a very nice cycle of inequity and iniquity, both.
Tom, do
So-
you remember how mad this Grover was at me when I get back here?
Yes.
He was very mad.
Do we have any of that
Yes,
footage?
we have the phone call itself. The tape was rolling. He was so mad at me.
Let's show a little bit of the end of that, and then we're going to move through memory lane out of
Go back.
March.
Play it back a little bit.
Sammy got back from Washington.
Then he got
and
back from Washington.
Grover called him up.
That's right, he did.
We have the
Yes,
That was the
hello. Yes, Grover. Good to hear from you again. Yes, Grover. Yes, I was passing out a book.
Are you insane?
Yeah, Grover, why do you sound so upset? You
I'm
should be
undercover.
happy. I passed out almost 1,000 books of yours. Yes,
1,000?
Grover.
This is
What
not
do
my
you
book.
mean this is not your book?
This is not my book.
Grover, if you do not write this book, then who write this book?
Frank Gaffney.
Frank Gaffney?
What was that?
What was that? That's what I asked. What was that? Look, we defend the United States Constitution. We take it very seriously. We stand with Israel. We fight President Obama's ridiculous policies, and we fight Islamic jihad. But we got to entertain a little bit. We got to lighten this up a little bit, or all of us will jump off the biggest bridge nearest to wherever we may be. So, plus, we have learned as experts in the world of communication that when you use parody or sarcasm, and we're letting you in on some secrets here, or a little bit of edginess, it breaks through that mundane receptor you have of information and communication, and it drills itself deeply into your head, and the educational and behavioral process that we as propagandists, that we as educators hope to achieve.
I thought you said you were part of the press.
We hope to accomplish. We are those who press the truth toward its finality.
Sometimes we don't have to press the truth, because one of the things we did last year, and I think was really shocking, was the jihad in Miami. And that was probably...
Well, I'm going to get to that. I have a script.
I just don't want to run out of time here.
Let's see. Operation Protective Edge is next.
Okay.
So we go from, by way of review, for you folks just tuning in, we're doing a walk down memory lane. Year ago right now, we were on WNN. It wasn't WSBR.
Oh,
That's right.
1470.
1470. But we said, it's too cold way there on the right. We got to move over to the left for some of our target audiences. We went to 740. WSBR, went there. That's where we are now, and we went on a little cruise in January. Then in March, CPAC. Then the Wizard of K Street. Then the summer comes Operation Protective Edge, where we do a report on the war in Israel against Gaza and the unbelievable turmoil and chaos that was occurring in streets of America by jihadi groups, by the Hamas, and we sent one of our guys down to Miami.
Are we going to play Protective Edge? You said you want to play a little Protective Edge.
This was part of Protective Edge.
Oh, it was. That's right.
That's right.
Hello.
Yeah,
We're
this is
dummies.
Dummies, yeah.
We don't even know what we did,
You didn't hear
Trento.
my smooth segue into
Yeah,
it.
you're tricking us, because we did so many shows on
Look,
Protective Edge.
how do I deal with these guys? It's very simple. Very simple.
Very simply, yes, that's all we need.
All right, this is part of Operation Protective Edge. The war ended in August. This is July 20th, Sunday, July 20th, 2014. Damon went slightly undercover, not really undercover, because we do send people deeply undercover, and they may be someplace now, but this was just mild. And,
Hello, Hassan.
Yeah, hello, come on.
And you got outed very quickly, and let's take a look.
Let's go, Hamas. We are Hamas. We are jihad.
What's going on? Who are these people? What are they saying? What does it mean? And why is CARE, Council on American Islamic Relations, sponsoring a Hamas jihad rally in downtown Miami, right across from the Israeli consulate? What is that all about? Well, very simple. CARE is Hamas. How do they live and act? Take a look at this frightening and shocking piece of footage where these individuals, sponsored by CARE is Hamas, attacked, assaulted, committed battery against one of our own cameramen.
Man is a Zionist. He has this scarf around his neck.
It's a little hard to understand on the radio.
That's all, so they can send it to us pro-Israel
Yeah,
website.
it was the people that were surrounding him, telling him he was...
Don't touch me. You want to go to jail?
Yeah,
You want to go to jail? Don't touch me.
Go to jail.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, let me turn it down, because that's going... Yeah, it's going
Yeah,
to
you could do the narrative, T, because the F-bombs are going to start here any second.
Here in a minute, right? But this is the whole scene here is just, amazing. First of all, CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. All right, let me repeat that. CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, sponsors a Hamas rally.
Well, they are Hamas.
They are Hamas, where they're on the street corner saying, "We are Hamas, we are jihad." What, on what planet did we just parachute in on where that's somehow acceptable in society? Where we have groups, terrorist groups, being supported by supposedly moderate Arab groups. I don't. This video is so shocking. It took off, went super viral on the web and everything. So
Yeah, so on WSBR radio right now, 55 minutes after 4, our walk down memory lane is quickly coming to an end as we're going to welcome in a new year, 2015. But we want you to go to theunitedwest.org, watch this show, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. And then you can go to our archives, The United West, on YouTube, youtube.com, The United West. And you can just put in Hamas rally. And as a result of this, Damon was physically assaulted and battery. He was approached and yelled at in an assaulting way. In battery, he was touched. He filed a complaint with law enforcement agencies, and the law enforcement agencies, from what we understand, actually moved on it. And from what we understand, people were arrested, and people who have done stuff wrong may be facing criminal charges, or maybe even getting deported. Who knows? But you're right, Mark. They have a First Amendment right to say some crazy stuff. They don't have a First Amendment right to attack anybody. And all they did was reveal themselves for who they truly are. CARE and these other groups, they're terrorists. And how much later before the UAE declared CARE a terrorist organization? But guess what happened over the
5 months.
What happened over the weekend?
Guess what happened?
They rescinded.
Over the weekend, good report, Daily Caller, good publication in Washington, reported that CARE officials are meeting with President Obama over the Christmas break to have him put pressure on the UAE to change CARE's designation as a terrorist organization.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to do it on their behalf. He's one of them.
Probably.
He is.
So we're going to keep our eye on that.
You know, this is really good to see Obama come out on the side of CARE, because when they actually, these guys are going down. There is about these guys will go down one day, because the evidence is absolutely overwhelming that these guys are Hamas terrorists.
That's right, Nihad Jihad Awad.
Yeah, you know.
Hassan Shibli. Hassan. Florida has nothing to do with the national CARE, right? That's how your chapter of the year, that's how your website is CARE Florida, and that's how you link directly from CARE National to you. Because you don't have anything to do with CARE National, Hassan Shibli.
This is a happy show today. Don't you have anything happy to say to our Muslim brothers and sisters who are terrorists?
Hassan Shibli, you will be put out of business in the next few years. Consider a new career path. Put that law degree to some good use.
Yeah, if that designation stands, and if what we hear other organizations are doing, increasing the designation of CARE being a terrorist organization to even the United States of America, then Hassan Shibli will be the leader of a terrorist organization.
He can join the Nation of Islam with me.
Yeah. So
Malcolm, whatever your name is. Hey, he'll give you one. He's gonna
Happy
give you,
New Year, Hassan.
He's giving you one of those back there.
Here, come here.
Hold on.
Happy New Year, Hassan.
Here, let me zoom in and give you a good one.
And look, before we have to end our happy show, there's a couple of you guys that are working for that organization that we know that you ought not be there. You know who you are. And our prayer and request for you, there's about 4 or 5 that we have spoken with through the years of the different chapters. You know you shouldn't be there. You're torn. You think you're doing good, but you know these are bad guys. We hope in your new year you make a decision, leave that organization, take your skill set, your talent somewhere that can be put to use for good, not evil. Very important. Well, I think that's our show for today. We're excited.
Another minute, buddy.
Yeah, do we have another minute?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that
one more lease on life for you.
Well, what I was going to add in was right after Protective Edge, I went to Israel. Yeah. And went to the 4 hot spots, the Lebanese border, the Golan,
and
Syria.
How about our new studio?
Gaza, then to East Jerusalem. From there, we went to, I have a piece of paper, it's hard to remember all this stuff. The election, we got involved in the election again in November in terms of educating. And then we were notified we have to leave, not because we did anything bad or wrong, but the landlords where we are needed the space. And in fact, the landlord even helped us find new space somewhere else.
Right.
And in about a month, I'd say by the end of January, we'll be in our new digs, man. Brand new studio. 2 studios.
Yep.
With room for a live audience.
So we're growing.
About 10, 12, 15 people. We're going to do that. We got great stuff planned for the future. We do seriously need your financial support. Thank all of you for your $25, $18, $36, $100 donations. Extremely, extremely grateful, totally necessary. And for those of you who write larger checks to help cover some of the larger expenses, we, from the bottom of our hearts, we will continue to do what we've been doing all of 2015. See you next year.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Yes, we'll have a little fun.
Now can I drink this stuff?
You can drink this stuff now.
Think about
All you need is a 10 and a 5, a car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N.
All right, let's go.